What's up, man? It's your boy MoonDog38732 from the MoonDog38732 show on YouTube. Hey, man, watch the show, like the show, share, subscribe, and comment. At the same time, hit me up at the MoonDog38732show.com. I got merchandise there, blogs. I got to start back working on. I've been kind of busy. Cuz got her show over here popping. And as well, hit me at the MoonDog38732 show podcast. I'm already filming some more episodes for the show. I know I got some more stories to tell, you know what I'm saying? So I got to set them out. People like, I be tripping on it. Hey, man, it's what happened. But today, I am with...
Tiffany DJ.
The co-host with the most. Now, at the same time, she has her shirts coming out. She ought to have someone that's
support, guys.
Support my homegirl, you know what I'm saying? She got this thing, she got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Support it. I ain't saying that y'all won't, but I know y'all support other brands. But here we go. Now, let's hit on there. Y'all say y'all love her. Tiffany DJ. Show it. Now, today, on this particular episode, we're going to talk about something sort of kind of touchy because people believe that they can't tell these certain folks nothing. We're going to talk about parenting. I've been in a situation where I'm trying to correct the kid. Don't you tell my kid nothing. And the first thing in my mind to respond to is like, you ain't told him nothing. But I don't want to have to fight a whole family. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people's kids are reflections of who they are, what they put into it. Some people are affecting to their kids.
Right.
Some people love their kids. Some people use their kids. I have seen people that thought their kids was going to the pros and stuff, and you'll see how they treated that kid as opposed to the other kid.
Right.
Or if y'all ever seen Boys in the Hood, y'all saw how Ricky Mama treated him.
Right. Ricky!
Y'all saw how Ricky got hit from that crate challenge too. But we're going to talk about that later. So when we're talking about parenting, cuz, don't change
My
it.
bad.
It's all right. Now, I got the notes right here. Cuz got stuff to do. Remember I told y'all she got stuff going. She got stuff popping. This is some of the stuff she got popping. As a parent herself, she has to make sure that her kids are well fed. She's actually cooking the meal herself. Now, we know that, fast food and stuff is there, but, a lot of times when you cook it yourself, you know exactly what's going into it, right?
Right.
So, let's get this show on the road. What does it mean to be a parent? What do y'all think it means? Put it in the comment. What do you think it means to be a parent?
Drop it in the comment. I want to know.
Cuz to you then, what does it mean to be a parent?
To me, it's more so because I am an affectionate parent, but at the same time, I'm a stern parent. So it's about embracing your children because, for one, they're here because of you, and they depend on you. So you have to be the responsible adult to take care. You have to be the responsible adult to take care of this being for the next
ever.
Yeah. I couldn't even put a number on it. But being a responsible adult, being lovable, being tolerable. Oh, so the list goes on.
And the list goes on.
For real.
But like with me, it's about getting the child ready. It's not even about, to me, like making them comfortable, making them lazy, scared to hurt their feelings.
Right.
Do you want to go ahead and get them ready for the world, or you want them to always lean on you? A lot of times I think that some parents, they want their kid to call them for certain things, so they don't get them ready. They want their kid to be independent or dependent on them so they can feel like they're being loved.
Right. But you just took it out of my head, for real.
But at the same time, if I'm getting you ready for the world, I can feel that same love by seeing your accomplishments, by seeing you traverse this particular situation. Because for those who do not know, driving from where we are now to where that's a situation.
It's a whole situation.
You got to have your eyes peeped, though, you know what I'm saying? You might get that whoop whoop.
Right.
And everybody know once you did whoop whoop, your heart don't feel the same. It's not the same as when a fire truck come by or ambulance come back, that whoop whoop. That's that. Man, do I have my insurance up the part and all that stuff? So we got to get our kids and stuff ready for that.
FaceTime ready.
And a lot of times your kids don't understand what you're doing at that time. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that, oh man, you being tough on me because of this. There's a thing called the world, and the world is even tougher.
That's my thing. I'm the type of parent that I celebrate them, but at the same time, I'm more so teaching them less teachable moments. And I like to embark on their failures, and not failures, but some of their shortcomings, instead of embracing them and praising them for their accomplishment. Because getting good grades in school, you're supposed to.
If I'm a teacher, I'm like,
right, you're supposed to do that.
Right.
And like coming home, your room is a mess. No, let's get this straight. Like, cause this is preparing you to be a well-rounded human. Right. No, adult.
Right.
Let's say that. Because if your room nasty now, your house gonna be nasty.
Your house gonna be nastier.
Hoarders.
Yeah, that's a word. Nastier.
But yeah, I just want to better them, because I want to show them. I want to be the person to teach them that everybody's not going to praise you in the world.
No.
Like, I want to be that stern person that some people may embark on late in life and don't know how to deal with it. So when you see it later on in life, or you know this feeling later on in life, I've been here before. My mama showed me this before. So I know how to adapt. And I know how to accept and move on.
Right.
And know it's not the end of the world.
And another thing, like, a lot of times you see it as a shortcoming, but your child doesn't see it as a shortcoming. Right. Because they haven't been there. They don't have the experience in a lot of realms.
There you go.
Now watch this right here. When you are, I know this is about kids. Mm-hmm. You can be hard on them and they'll go off on you.
Right.
They can go to work and they ball snap, crackle, and pop. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm right on it. What you mean you right on it? I done sat up here and told you the same stuff.
Energy. Right.
And you guys go, alright.
Right.
I understand, but at the same time, we're talking about teaching your kids and getting them to be a well-rounded adult. I'm going to ask y'all this, though. Are you raising your kids to be someone no one wants to be in a relationship with?
How you do that?
By not letting your child be accountable.
Okay.
By not letting them be responsible. By not letting him or her, teaching them how to communicate.
Okay.
Regardless of if you mad or not.
Yep.
Knowing that stuff gets bottled up, it does what? It's not crackling and pop. Some people explode, some people implode. The person that implode, I be like,
you gotta watch them. You gotta watch them.
Once that implode come, they be like,
right. Yep.
And then so when you're teaching them, are you teaching them to be a mama's boy instead of handling things on their own?
Right.
I can understand when they say, well, that's a daddy's girl. Well, we know that women have a different role. They're expected do a lot more. Because the roles have somewhat reversed.
Okay.
You'd rather have your son sit up and there treating him. You treat him like he's your husband or your boyfriend. So now he out there get a real girlfriend or something. He doesn't even know what's really expected and what's reality. Right. You give him the fantasy version. Just like with girls when that dad. Well, my dad gave me this. My dad gave me that. So are you gonna find somebody like your dad that can give you everything you need, or are you gonna find somebody that may not have that but can help you get it, or it may take a little bit longer?
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, most women date their dads, and I find that to be true.
That sounds kind of
For real. What if your dad treated your mom like crap? You're going to find a man that's going to treat you just like that.
Until you figure out what's up.
Right. Until you experience and learn and evolve as a responsible adult. then yeah. Then if your dad treated your mom like a queen, you ain't gonna accept nothing less.
If your mind right.
If you have evolved into that responsible adult, then likewise, if you're I don't know about the men with dating their moms.
That's weird as I don't know what.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ask y'all this. So we still talking about, mama's boys and dad little girls. I think it's weird, once again, when you call somebody daddy while y'all having sex. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't.
That's y'all. Yeah, daddy, get it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You making me think
but I find it kind of a little sexy if I say Poppy. Like,
that's different.
Poppy. Come on with it, Poppy.
She went to a hole. She didn't put her hat on her other hat. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Poppy.
I mean, she kind of passed for another race, but that's neither here nor there, right? So we're talking about this parenting. What are we getting our kids ready for? Are we getting our kids to just stay at home with us and be our companion, somebody that we can talk to all the time, but at the same time, right, when I'm thinking about this, can I teach you what I don't know? Can I teach you to get out there in the real world if I've never really been out there in the real world? Can I teach you to get out there and travel if now I've never traveled?
So you saying it's qualifications?
Everybody ain't qualified to be a parent.
So you saying it's qualifications?
You doggone right. Everybody ain't ready. Everybody's not qualified to be a parent. Let's be serious.
That's why adoption rates are up. Foster care.
I ain't doing it. What I'm saying is this: sometimes you got situations.
Yeah.
I love you.
Life happens.
I love you. I'm pregnant. I'm gone.
Yep. Oh Lord.
Because it ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get into the moment, the consequence of that moment, that it never comes across their mind. They think that they're in it together, but they're really in it separately.
Yeah.
Until they combine, and then now we're going to see.
The world would be in a better place if there was really a book of qualifications for parenting.
We know everybody don't read.
But yeah, that's why I said a book.
Audio book too.
That's why I said a book, because for one, to pick up a book, you have to be responsible enough to pick it up. So yeah, the world would be a better place, but qualifications, no, I don't think. Because even in the worst case scenario, like teen pregnancy, I know some of the greatest success stories.
Me too.
From teen pregnancies. And if the qualifications were set or they was bound by qualifications, those stories wouldn't be possible.
At the same time, we know that all qualifications don't apply to all people.
Right.
That may not be a one size fit all, because I know doggone well if some of these videos and stuff that I see where these certain people going off on their parent, cussing their parent out, cussing their grandparent out, I know where my tombstone will be.
Life is over.
You know what I'm saying? So that one, I think that respect should be in there, but people say, well, there's levels to respect. You gotta honestly get it. Well, you're a kid.
Right.
You sitting over there at the kid table for a reason. You ain't sitting over here, I pay bills table.
Right.
And I saw another question. Well, who gets to eat first in the house? What are you putting forth to this meal?
Yeah.
Have you put...
Because my grandma didn't play.
Y'all know about Thanksgiving, how the grown folks and then the kid at the kid table, you get the kid table, kid portion. You ain't put it in on this, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My grandma and... Back
you said, look, you saw that look.
Baby. Before my dad and uncles came home, she had already fixed their plate and placed it on a real plate.
Not that plastic
with grown man portions in the oven for every last one of our my dad and his brothers. And at that time, well, it was 17 of my dad's siblings. So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And they had their own construction company, and they went to lunch came home and ate. Right. They all didn't live in their house, but they ate and fellowship together and went home.
That's another thing where you teach, like, you're teaching about your family. You're teaching about this person, that person, how they being around this person, what they like and this like. At the same time, that's like a relationship. Our relationship are romantic. Relationship is just how you deal with people, how people deal with you, right? And also, are you teaching your kids what to allow,
right?
What not to allow.
Yep.
So, hey man, oh man, she stole my social security number. How'd she get your social security number, son?
Hello.
Well, you know, so we go prosecute her or not? Cause we ain't go. You know me, I'm talking about prosecuting. I'm talking about putting charges. Well, you know, let me try. Well, I suggest you go and see what all she got in your name. Let's be logical now. She ain't the one for you. She hook you up like that. Matter of fact, when she hook you up, where is the stuff going to?
Right.
Come on, man. Just like with daughter. Hey, man, you let somebody hook you up like that. At the same time, as a man, what's wrong with letting your daughter know what the business is, what the real business is, how men think. We know that. I know women that teach their son, hey, man, look out for this, look out for that, look out for this. What's wrong with teaching your kids how the other person actually thinks?
Right.
What you missing words for? If you look around, we ain't got much time left.
Not at all.
So why we missing words? Why we holding stuff back? Come on, man. Let's make that thing happen, man. Let your kids be the best they can be.
Right.
Or the best you can get them.
Hello. Okay, so let's move it to the disciplinary actions. What it look like for the new age, like.
Apparently, you can't do certain things to your kid that you could have done when I was growing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
I'm gonna edit that out. I don't need nobody.
Yeah.
So, in other words, I've seen people get with water hoses, extension cords, fly swatters.
I ain't made it that far yet.
Okay, the first thing that somebody can pick up on a block of wood. I done seen one of my homeboys get hit across the head with a high heel shoe.
Extension cord.
In the first grade. So, do I think it needs to go there? No. Do I think sometimes, you know what I'm saying, a little snatching up, let you know that, hey man, don't let this fool you. Like, don't let, if you think I'm a certain age, don't let that fool you. Now, am I gonna push you through the wall? No, because I gotta repair it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna give you a concussion? No. Am I trying to leave a mark you? But you know now, well, I'm gonna take his phone.
Oh no, none of that.
I don't understand.
Okay, let me tell you this.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, so you know how you have
got loud then.
levels to it? It's levels to everything.
Okay.
So, you know how you build on discipline. At school, you build on disciplinary actions, okay? So, the first step, if it's minor, but if you, like, if I told you several times about this same particular action that you're displaying.
You testing my gangster. Go ahead.
You really is. You really are, for real. Sorry. You really are.
Teach.
And so, I feel like I need to let you feel it. So, next time you think about it, you're going to recall this feeling. Mm-hmm. And if you want this feeling in your life again, you gonna do it. But if you don't want that feeling in your life no more, you ain't gonna do it. So I'm giving you something that you're gonna consider. You're gonna have time to sit back and think about some stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what I did without being physical, right? Let's just say it's two kids, both under the same roof at the same time. I tell one kid to do this, and I tell the other kid to do the same thing, right? But only one of the kids do it. The other kid gets stay in their room. So I said, all right, let's go out to eat. Both of the kids come. And I was like, where you going? I actually do this one thing. Mm-hmm. You didn't do it. So with that being said,
right,
we finna go out to eat. Mm-hmm. You get it the best way you can.
It's some sandwich meat in the refrigerator.
Some noodles. Some bread, some noodles. Some
peanut butter and jelly.
Get some of that nature's own honey and wheat in there.
Yeah, it's nutrients.
Some corn dogs. Mm-hmm. We finna go probably eat some catfish or some steak or something like that.
Some crabs.
Something like that.
Seafood.
Which is still confounds me. How y'all ain't got no doggone casinos down here
oh Lord,
that you can, like on a Friday, you go get your seafood
right.
buffet. Y'all been talking about, I gotta, come on, man.
Because they taxing out here on seafood,
six
right?
crabs, man. 6 crabs, level $25, man. Y'all crazy.
They taxing.
But that's neither here nor there. Let me, I go off on a tangent sometime. Okay. Now, remember we talking about, like, if these are your kids, these are my kids, as far as coming from different relationships. Mm-hmm. Do you allow that other person to raise or discipline your child? And then do they discipline them the same way you discipline them? Or what? How you going about that?
I think, okay, so different parenting styles both ways. Whether you're bringing in someone new around your kids or even that child's father. Because the upbringing of two separate adults were different. It's not the same. So I think your upbringing is the way you were raised. So if you had a negative impact or had a negative upbringing, you try to be positive, that's your reason. And then at the same time, you have this positive person being positive, and okay, so now y'all can work together in parenting. So if you're having this both negative upbringings, so who gonna raise the child right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's perspective.
Right. And so now you're raising now another negative upbringing.
Yeah.
And so it matters on how. But for me, if I accept you into my life, I'm trusting you with my package as well. So if I trust your judgment for me, you're about to lead this whole household because they fall under my umbrella. Okay. So you're leading this whole train, not just this cart, but theirs too.
Caboose too.
Right. So I'm willing and open, but when it not physical right off, let's talk about this before you get physical.
You know what I don't understand though? Like when it be like it's a good parent and a bad parent, it's a tough parent and a soft parent. To me, that sounds like people that ain't on the same page.
Right. Right.
Well, you know how your daddy is. You know, now what you're doing, you just talk bad about your husband
in front of that kid.
In front of that kid. Now your kid thinking this way about
that kid know how to play on your top.
Done played on it.
Right. For real, that kid know how to play. Because now
that's your kid. You know you was a shyster. Now you got 2 baby shysters.
Right. But whatever you told that kid, she's not going, or they not going to their dad anymore. They coming straight to you.
Before they even say,
right.
They'll be like, well, Mom, you know, Dad said this. They ain't even seen that.
Right. Yep. So, I feel as if I can trust you with the judgments of my life.
Dedicate the moments of your life. Stupid. Now, I'm going to ask you this. In the case of a split, who raises the kid? At the same time, we know that sometimes there are parents that are more well equipped to raise the kids than others, regardless of what the courts say. Right. We know that sometimes some parents. So who would raise it? Do you think that? Because I see that a lot of times it's just the mom. The mom, hey, these your kids. Dad, mama's babies, daddy's maybe. So these your kids. You raise them, and all decisions go through you and the court and what y'all want to do.
I think that the mom should always raise both boys and girls. I feel that way because in nature, without the mom nurturing, I feel that the kid or the fetus. No, I'm just playing.
She said it right. The grown fetus.
Right. I feel as if they both should be sided with the parents and have visitation rights with the dad. Because I'm that child's mama till I die.
I've also seen,
I'm gonna be that parent till I die.
I've also seen situations where the dad is more well equipped
Okay, if that's the case.
But because of way certain things are in society and the expectations that, because sometimes I've seen mothers think that, well, I don't have my kids, and then people look at them like, you ain't got your kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's
now,
wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Why he with the why?
What so you now, got going on in your life?
What you got going on where you can't raise your kid, because it's expected for the mom, regardless of what the 19 other thousand things she got.
Right.
It better be 19,001 or 19,002 or 3. So make way for them kids. Drop something else, but make way for them kids. But there are some great dads out there.
I no doubt. I believe that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this, dads, it's different than having them over there for the weekend.
It shows.
And having them over there instead of for 2 days, for 2
years.
They
gonna find out if they don't know.
Years. Well, we know we got some people dropping them out for the summer, pulling up.
If they don't know, they gonna find out the day.
Pulling up. Hey, call me when you need.
Don't call me, cause I ain't call you. Don't call me.
It's your turn. If you go raise them, then raise them. And at the same time, get to know that child, get to know them kids. Don't be always calling the other parent, well, she did this or he did that.
And because I ain't calling you. Like, and our households are different. And that child is well rounded enough to know how to be a responsible child in each household. So I feel as your disciplinary actions should be your household, and my disciplinary actions should be my household. So if that child ain't acting the way you want her to act, or he won't know how she and he want, whatever.
Y'all know.
Right.
They ain't acting according to both of the expectations of the parents.
So you need to take care of your household, because I got mine.
In different households.
Right.
So if I'm saying, hey man, you already know what to do. Matter of fact, I ain't got to tell you, because you know you cool over here in my house.
Right.
Don't go over to the other people's house, jump on that couch like you Rick James.
Right.
Like on the Chappelle show.
Hello.
F your couch. Don't do that, man.
And if that child respectful enough to know how to act in your house, same thing in the other parent's house.
Don't be the reason for the season, man.
Hello.
Don't be talking about, well, this child bad. What you doing with him? No, what you doing with him? They in your presence right now. If you say I'm doing something wrong, correct it then.
Right.
If you saying that this right here ain't working out, do something else.
Right.
Don't get be like, well, I'm tired of this right here. She sat there for 9 months plus, and then had to heal afterwards. Couldn't do nothing for 6 weeks after nothing. But like I was saying,
you stupid.
So a lot of times we try to gift our kids. I ain't gonna say me. I think I've only bought I don't really buy presents and stuff like that for Christmas. I'm like, I can do other stuff with that. Y'all ain't gonna tell me I done sat up here and worked hard all these hours, and a man in a white suit that came down the chimney. Man, we ain't even got no chimney. We lived in a trailer growing up. So I think that sometimes we gift, I see people gift their kids like a lot of stuff. I seen people blow their whole income tax check on stuff for the kid. I'm like, so y'all, you didn't get no food.
Right.
You didn't get no, I can understand clothes, but come on, man, you didn't buy this kid. And then, why did you buy it? Did you buy it, I guess, so your kid can show off so you can brag?
Right. So my thing is, I just do Christmas and birthdays. Christmas and birthdays. No in between. Don't ask for no toys when we go on Walmart. We don't even go in the toy section until it's birthday time and Christmas time.
Man, I'll never get no present. Well, let me get some of this.
No, it's not your birthday.
Wrap this plate of food
and
over there.
And it's not Christmas. And for Christmas, it's now she at the age now I don't have to buy a lot of toys. It's now electronics. And I buy one, maybe two.
We know the price of electronics.
Right.
I look at a new cell phone there, and I got 3.
Right.
Why do I need another one? I'm like, but it does something other way. So
right.
I'm talking myself into it and out of it at the same time.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of gifting either. I'm not a gifting. Because that's a form of spoiling, I think. Because if you continue to tell them yes, and they think they supposed to have everything they ask for, then get in the world and don't receive it,
What about an allowance though?
That's teaching responsibility.
Okay. Based on chores or just based on where you my son this week and I'm gonna give you some
chores. So if you making up your bed, you trying to maintain your room, then you get an allowance.
Okay.
If you keep even with grades, now I do that too. Like allowance, I give you allowance. If you continue to be a great student, I don't get no calls from your teachers, and your room is tidy.
Right.
Yeah, you're a kid. I'm not expecting. My expectations is not.
I ain't expecting you to come up here and take the chicken out and wash it off and season it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't expecting that right there.
Right.
But at the same time, how do we keep our kids safe? I think like one way we can keep them safe, man. Let your kid know what the business is.
Right.
Let your kids know the game. Let your kids know that, hey, man. Just because people got on a certain hat or a certain uniform or a certain this right there, they don't necessarily mean that they got your best interests at heart. We know that people are they still doing sex trafficking. Even though y'all hearing about COVID all the time, people still getting snatched up off the streets.
Yeah, but sometimes you can, I understand scared straight, but also I can understand scared and then you put them in this shell. They terrified of
scared doing the thing
of the world. Yeah, and I don't want to give them that instinct of being this shell type of person, because you're terrifying them with the chaos of the world.
You ain't gonna live in the basement.
Right. At the same time, I want you to be aware enough that you're safe. So I want you to play on the sidewalk, not in the street. So if you get hit by a car,
she still wants you to play now.
Right. At the same time, but I don't want you to feel like you should look for every white van. You see a white van, you so scared now you can't move.
Ooh, I remember the white vans.
You know,
these are roll through.
Them still a vans.
Man, these are roll through, man. Is there anything you all want to know about the parenting?
Right.
I'm not saying put your parenting style in. If you want to, send it to the MoonDog38732 show.
Drop it in the comments.
At gmail.com. You know what I'm saying?
Do I sound like a good parent?
Now, you know, we say good. Now, you know, good is subjective. That's one of those things that's an opinion. So, to each his own. But we know that we all have our ways of doing things, right?
Right.
But when it comes to these kids, man, these parents, we got to make sure that we have our best interest of the kids at hand. We ain't trying to. I ain't trying to raise no. Which I don't even understand. People say my child, my best friend. Hey, man.
Nope.
You can't kick with me.
Not at all.
We cool, but we ain't that cool. With that being said, man, it's your boy MoonDog38732 from the MoonDog38732 Show podcast and website. I'm out.
Peace.
Bam.